Hello YouTube, Melindon on the mic. I'm here with you with another Purple Luffy video, and today we will check two new lists, two new deck lists, and also see some my games with its list. So the first one is this list here with two Missile Sundays and two Loss. So the main list that I played, and you can find some games in my channel, is this one. So I decided to remove Mr. Tupon Clay. As you can also see in Twitter, many accounts try some combinations without him or with a reduced copy of him. And I'm also down to Usopp's. I also don't play the 2-cost blocker, and this is the final result. I'm also down to Kamazos. What I added here is are the two Missile Sunday and two Laws, and also I have added one Monkey D. Luffy, the Big Boss, and also the Lin. The reason behind it is Missile Sunday is great when you go second, because you draw a card and you ramp it on and you get a body, 5-cost 5k body. And the Law, I found some matches where this card is like gold, is like gold, because you can discard two cards of your opponent's hand. These two cards may be really important to them, and you also establish a blocker, a 4-cost 5k blocker, which is also an attacker for you, because you are not always that worried about your life. And other than that, the main engine of the deck is here with let's say the Luffy and Zoro and Sangoro, the Gam Giant, of course, the best card in this format. Sanji from the new set, Sanji from OP07, also the Searcher, Kamazo, which can also be played, or when he's not played, he's a 2k, Onami, that's practically Queen, and Usohachi, which is a 2k and can also rest an opponent. So let's go to the first match. The first match was against the Shanks, and as you can see, this is the first hand. When you see on your first hand, so like the combination, you keep it, you don't want to change that. And then on my second turn, I play the Zoro. I'm grabbing here a Gam Giant, and I pass turn, so the opponent wants to attack me. That means for me, I can take this card, and on the next turn I can play my combination Luffy Taro Sangoro. I have a Zoro, and I can just ramp against my opponent. That's what I'm doing here, and then he decides on his turn to attach all of his Dawn, not play anything, and attack my Zoro. When he does that, and he has many cards, then I'm just thinking, okay, he might have bricked out. As Shanks, this can happen, and at that moment I was like, okay, you know what? Come on a bit, bro. I have two Gam Giants to defend myself later on, so I will just give the counter to defend it, and I will keep this this Law, and with this Law I can trust two of your cards, and this is exactly what I'm doing. On my next turn I first play Law. I discard two cards of his. Both of them are counter cards. Now he doesn't have 9 cards anymore, rather than only 7, and at that moment, if I had another Law, I would play him as well to discard 2 more of his cards. Once I do that, I start attacking him with all my cards, and he takes 2 life. He has also a trigger that does minus 10k on my Luffy Taro, and I also attack with my Luffy Taro to bait him in order to attack my Luffy Taro instead of the other characters of mine. The only reason I'm doing that is because it's better for me if I get attacked in a character of 8k. It's better for me to defend this character rather than, for example, get attacked to a 5k or 6k. So in his next turn, it's his 8th turn to 8th tone turn. He plays a rally. He destroys my blocker, and then he does a minus 3k to my Sangro, and I was like, okay, you know what? I need this Sangro, and I will defend him, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm using a Gum Giant here and defending my Sangro. And on my next turn, he has 2 life and 7 cards. But as I mentioned before, I could see clearly that he might have bricked out in terms of how he played. So I attached 4 dons here and I attack with 7k with my Sangro. He does his -1 to my Sangro, and he hits, I think he hits another event that does a -10k to my Luffy. That's exactly what happens here, and I was like, okay, you know what, I will bait you again. I will bait you again to try next turn to attack to my Luffy Taro instead of the other players. And then I have 3 dons left and 2 Gum Giants, so I was like, okay, you know what, I will now poke you twice again with my Zoro and my leader. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm attacking twice, and as you can see here on my last attack, he takes life. And when you have so many cards, you don't do that. That gave me a signal, and the signal was that he doesn't have any counter in his hand. He has bricked out, and this is my opportunity. I have only 1 life, but I have 2 don open. I have many counter, so much counter in my hand, many cards, and 2 Gum Giant. I'm really safe here. So what he does here is he plays a dragon. He attaches dons to the rally, and he tries to take the win. But of course, I have more than enough counter. And on the next round, I am attaching everything I have to my Zoro, to my Sangro, and I win. And as you can see here on his hand, he has bricked out. And this is a match where you can let's say you can read the hand of your opponent, because when you attack, you expect something to happen, and when that does not happen, then you know that something is wrong. Something is wrong, and in that case, it was these characters, because I have a feeling that he had these cards on his first hand, and he kept them, or he mulliganed, and then he was like bricked out. And that's for example an indicator was that he didn't play any characters at the start. He was just adding the dons to his leader, and he was attacking with his leader. And the first character that he played was this rally at 8 dons. So it was like, it's too late. It's too late, and you can't do much about it. So the second game is again against Esangs. So our first hand is like 1 Searcher, 1 Zoro, and 2 big bosses. So I was like, you know what? I like this hand. I like this hand. I can search 2 characters, 2 Straw Hats with these 2. So I'm gonna keep that, and that's what I'm doing. I search here, and I'm grabbing a 2k. He plays an Otama. That's a normal first turn for Sangs, and with his Otama, he draws the Lucky Rooks. The Lucky Rooks is like pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying, and I think he plays him as well. I will see on the next turn. On my second turn, I take life, ramp 1 Dawn. I'm at 4 now. I attack him. He does a -1, of course, and then I play my Zoro, and I'm grabbing a Luffy Taro in order to do a combination later on. Then he attacks to me, and I was like, okay, can give you a 2k counter, and he plays Lucky Rooks. What the Lucky Rooks does is a 4-cost 5k body blocker, and on KO, he can KO a 6k power character of yours. That means that Sangoro and Zorzuro, they can be KO'd by this dude, and that's not good for us. So I decide here to attack me with my Zorzuro, and then play the combination, of course, Luffy Taro Zorzuro. I'm grabbing a Gum Gum Giant, and then what he does is he plays his Marco. There are several Sangs list who play Marco, because what you do is practically you first play a character that reduces the attack power of an opponent, and then they use Marco, for example, to KO something. In that case, he doesn't have something to reduce the attack power of my big character, so he just gets rid of my one cost Trafalgar Law. Now I am at the point that I have a big mom, two Luffys, one Gum Gum Giant, and the rest cards. And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't like the Lucky Roots, because if I was like, okay, if I attack you now, then you will probably KO one of my Zorzuros, and then you are one step closer to the 10 cost turn, to the 10 dawn turn, and it's like horror for me. So I will play my Lin. I will attack you first to see what you will do, and he decides to counter this to do a -1. So I was like, okay, now you can't do any minus at me. So I play the Lin. I put the Lucky Rooks on the bottom of his life. I get one more life, so now I'm 3. I'm pretty safe, and I was like, okay, now I will attack you. So he's now down on 4. He's not yet on his 10 cost turn, so he decides to attack me with his Marco, and I think that's a mistake. So because you don't attack with your Marco in that case, and then he plays a Beckman to destroy one of my Zoros. He thinks, okay, I'm at 4 life, and that's the reason that he attacked also with Marco. But yeah, I'm not sure that it was appropriate, and you will see later on that he attacks again, and that's one of the things that it will cost him the game here. So he attacks me. I have a 2k, of course, and then it's my turn. It's my turn first to attack him with Zoro. He does a -1. I always like to see when what he will target with his -1k. Then I'm attacking with my Luffy Taro, with my Big Mom, with my 10k Luffy that I play, and I leave one dawn open, of course, for my Gum Gum Giant here. And I was like, okay, you know what? You are still not on your 10 cost turn, 10 dawn turn. I have a full board. I have 2ks. I have one Gum Gum Giant. Come at me, bro. What he does next is he decides to play a Rayleigh in order to KO my Big Mom, and because he was like, okay, I will not invest the dawns to attack her, rather than I will establish a board, which was not bad thought, you know. But the mistake that he made here was that he killed my Lin, and then he tried to kill my Zoro. He tries first with his leader. He fails a counter, and then he attacks also with his Marco. And I was like, you know what? I will not let it. If you want to attack me with your blocker, you need to kill one of my characters, because think of it like, if he does not die, then I have a free swing. If he dies, it's like, whatever, because you could have blocked, for example, the attack of this character with your blocker, so it's the same. But I don't let this die, I counter here, he attacks again with his Beckman, I have a Gum Giant, I'm not letting this go, and on the next turn we have 3 characters, we have our leader, of course we will win. We attack first with Zoro, we attack then 10k swing with our Luffy, and then again 10k, and then again 10k with my leader, and of course we win. Let's now see the last game with this particular deck, and this again Sangs, like I said, too many Sangs opponents today. It was like from 5 games 4 of them were Sangs. So we see our first hunt, it's like a searcher, it's like a Gum Giant, it's like a boss, and I was okay, not bad. I will search something with the searcher. I use the low, I grab a Zoro. What he does is of course nothing at not of course, because he could play an Otama, but he does nothing on the 2-tone turn. That tells me okay, he has 6 cards and no Otama. Then on my next turn I use my leader ability, take 1 life, ramp 1 Dawn, play my Zoro, grab 1 Luffy Taro, and I'm ready to use my combination on the next turn. On the next turn he has 4 Dawn, attaches 1 Dawn to swing at me. I have of course a 2k, and then for 3 he plays this Juego. Then on the 7-tone curve, the first thing that I do is I get a life and I ramp 1 to show him, you know what, look, I'm at 7. You know what I will do. He gives the -1 not to my Zoro but to my leader, because he knows that I won't play 7 cost. And he uses Sanji to defend himself. I got a -1, and of course I use my combination for these 2. On the next turn he attaches 4 Dawn, and then he attacks my leader. I have 3 life, and I was like, you know what, 3 life is good, I can still get 1 life and go down to 1, because I have this beast, this Gum Giant. This is a beast card, I tell you, this is a beast card. So I take life, and I'm here with full board. He has only 6 cards and 5 life, and 2 more turns to reach 10 turn. So the next thing that I do is I attack him first with my Zoro to see what he will do, and I think that he decides to counter that. Then I was like, you know what, I will starve you to death. Then I play my Sangro to rest his 3 cost, and then I attack it with 5 with my leader. I don't want to invest any Dawn, you know. And I'm now 2 life, I have a Gum Giant, I have an open Dawn. I'm attacking now with my with the rest of my characters, and he has like 6 cards, so he will take something. And as you can see, he takes 1 life, he counters the rest of them, and on the next turn he plays a dragon. And I was like, is that all? Is that all, bro? He attacks me with 9, and I was like, okay, I will use my Gum Giant, and I defended that. And now I'm pretty confident that I can attack you with my characters. So I attach 1 Dawn, 7k. Then he does a -1, and he defends that with a 2k, but he has only 5 cards. So I was like, okay, 5 cards, and I'm at 2 life. I'm still safe. So again, with Sanji, excuse me, with Luffy Taro, with Zoro, and he takes all of his life. It was like, okay, then if you do that, then I will not risk it, because see the cards here. See the cards. I was like, okay, he has 8 cards left. 2 characters, and I got 4 Dawn. If I attach all of my Dawn to my leader, then I attack him for 9. I mean, okay, this is almost clearly a bait here, because with 8 cards, I think, and he was constantly defending himself the whole game, so I was pretty sure that he didn't have only bricks, and his plan here was like to counter that and then maybe come to me with a Gold Roger. So I was like, okay, you know what? I don't mind. I will argue with my leader and use this Onami to get rid of one of my bricks, take something in return, and finish you off on the last turn. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I play the Onami, get rid of my Big Mom, and I stand here now with 4k counter, 1 life, 1 blocker, and he's now at 10. So I'm like, okay, come on, people, you have no life. If you do Gold Roger here, you win. If you don't have a Gold Roger, then I'm pretty sure that you will lose. And what he does is he attacks with his dragon, and I was like, okay, I will use my blocker here, and then he attacks with Shanks. I block it, and then he concedes because he does not have any Gold Roger, has only his Shanks, and with his Shanks he can only take my last life but not win. So these were the 3 matches with this deck list. Pretty straightforward what this deck list does. And the last one that I'm currently testing is this one. This one is a little bit spicy. I'm down on 2 Linlins and 2 Monkey D. Luffys, but I'm up at 4 Sanzis. This card is really overpowered. It's really overpowered because it can clear the board, it can go for lethal, can do many things. Missile Sunday is also great, like I said, to ramp, especially when you go second. And Law is just Law. You know what is search bar? Is searchable from Trafalgar Law, from your searcher. 1k blocker, has a great effect. And I think I just find this card perfect, or let's say better. If I had a Law and a Kid, I would say maybe I will go with Law here. But let me be clear, I will do some more testing, and then I want to check the value of this card, and if it proves me right, then of course I will use Law instead of Kid. And it's also great on the mirror matches, let me tell you. I have 2 matches with no Kid. The first one was against Lucy. So the first hand was not good, if you saw it. Okay, so I see as a first hand, he decides to go second. Because he won the dice, and I was like, okay, first with these cards, forget it. And then I draw this. This is a perfect hand against Lucy. A perfect hand. You first play the searcher. This is what I do, and I grab one Usohachi. Because I have my combos, so I don't need any Sanji here. On the next turn, I'm defending everything that I can. Get on life, ramp on Dawn, play my Zoro, grab one more 2k, defend everything that I can. I lose my law here from a brook. Then I attack to the brook, and he defends that with Rebecca. I play my combination. He's not on 8-tone yet. Then he Ice Aids to the Lucy things, and he KOs my Sanji. And then he attacks my Zoro, but I was like, you know what? I need bodies. You starve at the moment because you may have 5 life, but you have only 4 cards left, mate. And I was like, I will defend it, and that's what I'm doing. Then I'm attacking with 5 to his brook, and I was like, you know what? You have only 4 cards. Do you want to throw more? And he does. And I was like, okay, now you have 3 cards. Congratulations. I will starve you to death. And I attack with my Zoro. Of course, I take it. Attack with my Zoro, my Luffy Taro. Of course, I get that. And then I bring the big boss here. And I attack him one more time. He's now at 3 life, I'm at 2, and I have a Gum Gum Giant, I have a Sanji, I have a 2k, and I'm pretty confident because now he's at 8 on. But what can you do here? You can't do much. He's thinking, and then he plays a Gecko Moria with Rebecca, and he draws a 2k and keeps that to his hand, because of course with only 8 Dawn you can't do much if you don't have any Helmepo in the trash. And even if he had a Helmepo, he could, let's say for example, KO my Zoro, but then he would have a 2k less in his hand. And I was like, okay, now it's my turn. I play my Sanji, I rest his Rebecca, and I was okay. I was like, okay, 7 to your leader, 7 to your leader, 10 to your leader, 7 or 6 to your leader. And he had, look, he has now his leader, Gecko, Spandam, and I sit here pretty confident with 1 Dawn Gum Gum Giant and no counter at all, because I was like, okay, you know what, I have 1 open Dawn and 4 cards total. What are you gonna do? What he does is he plays a Sabo and he tries to recycle his hand a little bit. He's playing then Rebecca, a second blocker, Spandin to grab a Tempest Kick, and then he attacks my Zoro with 6. I was like, okay, you know what? I will use my Gum Gum Giant, yeah, and now, and this is what I do. And I defend my Zoro, and then he attacks with his Moria, my Sanji. The reason why I used my Gum Gum Giant before was like a little gambling, because I thought, okay, I will lose a character. The character that I lose will have either 6k or 7k. If I save him with Gum Gum Giant and I draw 1 2k, 1 1k, or 2 2ks, then I will save any other character. Unfortunately, I draw only 1k, then he attacks my Sanji, but that's not enough, because then I'm attacking him with 10, again with 10, so I get both of his blockers, then attach everything to the Zoro, and I win. And the last game was against Sangs, so the first hand that I got was a Sanji, a Zoro, 2k, and I was like, okay, you know what, I have a Zoro, I have a 7 cost Sanji, let's go, bro, let's go. So 1 Dawn, he plays a good combination, Enuta, and also this 1 cost like Gordon character. And at 4, I play my combi with Zorzuro. I grab a Luffy Taro, and then he attacked me previously with his Uta, so I destroyed his Uta with my leader. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I don't like this Gordon. I played my Sanji, rested his character, and then attacked with my Zorzuro, and again with 7k to your leader, to his leader. He took that. He's now at 7 cards and 4 life. I sit here pretty confident with my 2 Gam Giant and the big boss Luffy. He attacks me and was like, okay, you know what, I will take that. And he plays a Rose. Rose is really annoying because he can get rid of my Zorzuro. So I attack first with Zorzuro. He counters that. I attack with my Sanji. He takes life. Then he does a -3 because of the trigger. And I was like, okay, now I will attack you with my boss Luffy. He blocks that, and then he uses the KO ability of his Ruse and KOs my Zorzuro. Now he's at 8 done, and he plays his dragon. But I got 2 2Ks, 1 Sangoro, and also for later on 2 Gam Giants. So he decides to attack my leader with his leader, and was like, okay, if you do that, then I will take that, and then I can defend everything that I can. He first attacks with 5, I take, and then he attacks with 11, and I take. You can argue at that point that I shouldn't take that. But I was like, if not, then I had to give up almost all of my cards. And I came here one more time and I said, okay, you know what, you don't have any Gold Roger. Don't forget that Shanks plays normally maximum 1 or 2 Gold Roger, and this is also not searchable. So he should be pretty lucky to have one. I'm now with my Shanks here, attacking him. He reduces him, and then he counters. Then I attack with my leader, and he takes. Then I attack with my boss Luffy. He takes. And then I punish him because he has 7 cards. I play my Law. My Law destroys cards with counter from his hand, and then the second card that I played was Trafalgar Law, and I was like, okay, now I will grab another 2K, and also I have 2 Gam Giant, and you know what? Even if you have a Gold Roger here, he can't do anything to me because he has 13k. I have 2 Gam Giant, that is 8k plus I'm drawing 4 cards, and then I will get rid of 2 of my bricks, and I have so many 2Ks and 1K that you can't do anything. And I can defend myself from Gold Roger. I can defend myself I can block, for example, against the dragon. I can also defend myself from Shanks. On his next turn, he destroys my blocker with Beckman. He attacks with 7, of course I have enough. He attacks with his dragon, of course I have enough. And then I was like, okay, you know what, now I have 1, 2, 3 big bosses. You have only 5 cards. You're done. you're done. And I'm tagging with 10k. He throws almost every card on his hand, and I was like, okay, yeah, now it's like a 7k and a 14k, and of course I got this. This is exactly how you win against Zanks, and this is also how well this deck performs against such decks. And again, I also like Missile Sunday. Unfortunately, we didn't see any great plays of Missile Sunday, but we managed to see many great plays from this card, Law, and I think this card has now pretty clearly a spot on my deck list. Because here I can see the value. On Kid, I can't see every time the value. And also on Bone Clay, okay, it's a great card. 4k is easily removable, and yeah, you get one done, you ramp one done, but it's not always what you need with Pluffy. Missile Sunday, on the other hand, ramps and throws a card, which is awesome for us. And don't forget that this card has also a trigger that can give you an extra body on the turn of your opponent. If you are at 10 cost, it's so sweet. It's so sweet if you're at 10 done, because on the next turn you have a free body on your field, and on the next turn you're again at 10 done. So this is the list. I will do some more testing. Let me show you also the other one. So this one is the other list, if you want to check it. And the original list that I played and I still play is this one. But like I said, since today, actually I'm testing this one. It does pretty well until now, and I will keep testing. I will keep uploading videos for you guys, and I would be happy to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this list? What would you change here? What do you think that is too much, maybe, or what would you do differently here? Or if I'm doing something really well, you can also point that at me. So thank you again for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and if you also have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. So reach out. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. Merlin Dono out.